We are going through exercise 6b, and in this video I'm going to go through question 3a, which says for each of the following divide the polynomial by the accompanying linear expression and hence show the linear expression is a factor of the polynomial. So the fact that it's telling us that the divisor is going to be a factor means we're going to get no remainder. So if we've done this correctly, there should be no remainder. Again, I'm going to be showing you two techniques, the first of which is the one that you need to know, polynomial long division. No questions, no ifs, no buts, you need to know this. The other one is optional. It's quicker, it's nice, you can only use it if your divisor is a monic linear divisor, but you're going to see how this is far quicker. So let's begin by first identifying this one to be my divisor, and this bigger polynomial is going to be my dividend, and that's because the question specifically tells us that. So let's begin by doing our traditional polynomial long division. So let's zoom in and let's give this a go. So I'm going to have x plus 1 divided by x cubed minus x squared plus 3x plus 5. Now what I'm going to do is go, how many times is x going to x cubed? It goes in x squared times. Then I'm going to go x squared times x is x cubed. Then I'm going to go x squared times 1 is plus x squared. Then I'm going to subtract this. I put a division that. This is going to be x squared minus x squared is 0. Then it's going to be negative x squared minus x squared. So that's going to become negative 2x squared. Wow, that's an ugly x right there. X squared. Then what I do is I carry down this 3x. So it's going to become plus 3x here. Then once you've done that, you start again. How many times is x going to negative 2x squared? It goes in negative 2x times. Negative 2x times x is negative 2x squared. Negative 2x times 1 is negative 2x. Then you're going to subtract. I put a line here. These ones are going to go away with each other. Then I'm going to get 3x plus, because these two negatives are going to make a plus, 3x. So I'm going to get 5x. Then I'm going to carry down this 5 right here. This is going to be carried down, and I'm going to get plus 5. Then you start again. Then you're going to go, how many times is x going to 5x? It goes in plus 5 times. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 5. Then I'm going to subtract. Come down. Come on, you can do it. There we go. This is going to go away. 5 minus 5 is 0. Would you look at that? We got 0 out, which means we don't have a remainder, which means x plus 1 is a factor of the dividend. So we have done this correctly. So your final answer here is just this. Let's now do synthetic division, which is always fun. So again, this is optional. You don't need to know how to do this, but if you do, here's your chance to do it. First, you need to make sure that your divisor is monic and linear, which it is. Because it's x plus 1, you're going to set it equal to 0, rearrange for x, so you're dealing with negative 1. So just to recap how I did that, just in case I don't want to lose anyone, we've got x plus 1, right? We're going to set it equal to 0. Therefore, it's going to be x equals negative 1. And that negative 1 is what we're going to use. So let me just get rid of that. So I'm going to have, and let me do this in red, it's going to be negative 1. Then I'm going to do an upside down division sign. Then I'm going to put a line underneath it. Then I'm going to write down all the coefficients of my dividend. 1, negative 1, 3, and 5. Then I'm going to go, all right, the first thing I always do is just carry down this first one right here. So that's going to leave me with 1. Then I'm going to go negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 plus negative 1 is going to be negative 2. Negative 1 times negative 2 is going to be 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. Negative 1 times 5 is a negative 5. 5 plus negative 5 is 0. This last one here is your remainder. So as you can see, that checks out because my remainder is 0, which means x plus 1 is a factor. This is my remainder. I now have all the coefficients. So I can write out this as x squared minus 2x, oh, that's an ugly x, x plus 5. That is my answer. And as you can see, that is what we found over here, but this was far quicker because it's a shortcut, synthetic division. It has a cool name. What can't you love about this? But you need to make sure you know this one. But hopefully all of that made sense, and I will see you in the next video.